Hi. I'm going to try a thing on Saturday morning, so hopefully some Saturday afternoon. Well, depends where you are. Saturday morning in the west, Saturday afternoon in the east. So I'm going to try to do like a live channeling sort of thing on um, Facebook Live. So, yeah. Anyway, right now I'm going to channel, and hopefully you'll find something that's meaningful to you or sounds like the truth. Okay. Well, we will speak of the most pressing issue, although it's not quite an issue. We will speak of a pressing concern that there is much vibration, much vibration being revved up. It's being stirred up about. This is often what we do. We will feel a vibration of the ones that are interested in this and can hear this vibration and get a feel for what's happening with the group as a whole. You see, as much as you feel as if there is only a singular you, there's actually a group always. You see, you really do not travel alone. Now, of course, we speak in non-physical. You all have a support team there. But in humanity also, you see, there is a group of like-minded humans like you. You're often in the same vibration. Sometimes you are not in the same space, the same town. So you don't know one another. But in a situation that is created in this way, that there is an open channel to receive energy from the universe, it is going forth to a certain group of you. And the group of you, you see, are in a similar vibration, have similar thoughts, emotional reactions to things. You are similar. So those that are listening to this vibration at this moment are all in the same group, you see. That is why you're able to hear us. Some try to listen and can't really hear, but the others who are listening and can hear clearly what is being said, you're in the same vibration as the others that are gathered, you see. The other thing with this is that you are not all gathered actually at this moment. This vibration continues forward for really all of eternity. It goes on and on and on. And you see there are others, when they get into the vibration, can get in line at different times. And yet it is still you. This is difficult to explain because time has a different concept when you're not living in your singular human thinking. When you're not living like this moment, today, this item must be done by such and such a time. When you're not living in this kind of limited confines, which we will tell you need to live like that as humans, otherwise your minds will be blown. So it is difficult for you to expand enough to understand that this moment is not only here, it carries on and on, forward and backwards, and all across through time. This moment is eternal. Some of you understand that. That is wonderful. We will continue from there. If you do, we often go to the understanding of the group and then step back a little bit. But if you are understanding that time is immemorial, what is this word? We don't know it. The time is open. Here's the true word for this. It is open forward and back. And it is also, here's how you can understand it. There is a certain time zones that you are all in. And even though you feel it is your lunchtime, it's not for others. Others are sleeping, going to bed, all of this. But here's a fine example of time being not quantifiable by humans. But you pretend it is. You pretend, I'm eating lunch now. All are eating lunch now. You see, it is easier to understand it that way. If you expand a little bit and say, I'm eating lunch, but there are lots who are going to sleep and lots who are waking up, you've expanded a little bit. Now, if you can expand that one step further to say, time goes forward and back, and this moment may be recreated in time by someone's memory or by someone stumbling across this vibration, you can stumble across vibrations and they sort of feel like you've hit something. Like, oh, what was that? And if you stop for a moment and feel it, you'll realize it's sort of a memory. Yes, you can do this when you are asleep sometimes, yes. And also in the daytime, when you're walking around, you can create or remember something that has happened. And some of you can see things that have not happened yet. And they feel like this. Oh, that really just happened to me in this moment. When in actual fact, that is the true nature of time. It can hit you forward and back. Memories and also events that have not happened yet. But it feels as if it's noticeable. If you can notice energy, you'll notice, oh, what was that? It's something noticeable. Now, yes, you may practice that. You are advancing quite quickly. So there are some of you now that are advancing the group more quickly. You are pulling it all forward, you see. So as you expand, the ones behind you who are not exactly getting it, but mostly getting it, are energetically moving forward because of you. So the faster you absorb this information, the faster the energy goes, and it creates sort of a vacuum, or a faster river, you say, and they're being flown down this space. They're being, as if you were in the rapids, you see. Some of you are speeding up the water because you are catching this. You're keeping up with us, and others are not. But now you've created such rapids that they're coming along regardless. These are the ones who don't mind, of course. They're the ones who have given up a certain sense of righteousness, and not righteousness, a certain sense of firm knowing. They've become more flexible. Perhaps we can learn something. Perhaps we don't know everything. And it is this moment when you say in humanity, oh yes, I do not know for sure this exact answer. Then you are easing up for information to flow into you from the universe and from other humans who have accelerated faster than you. So, of course, the very, very, very beginning of all this interaction is, perhaps I don't know everything. It's the first vital step to information from the universe of love. You must understand that you don't know everything. But there are certain points in your life when you feel you must, so you pretend you do. But really, you don't at all, do you? None of you can. It's impossible. So now we've covered a few different areas here. We were unaware that you would be speeding up this conversation so quickly. So we will discuss the time going forward and back. Can you do it? Of course you can. Can you do it consciously? It's better that way. Better than accidental. Can you remember at this moment accidental times? Of course you can. Because as you think it, you see, it is happening. Ah, I did not know this part. As you were thinking it is being recreated energetically. And that is how this conversation right here will be going on forward and back through all of time. Because it's a thought. It's an energetic thought. And it's floating now free for anyone to grab when they are ready to hear it. They can just grab it right out of the sky, say, what's that? They can bump up against it accidentally and say, what is that? They can look for it. Say, I want to learn something brand new that they don't know. And they will bump into it, you see. So you can get to this information in many different ways, but now you are able to become more conscious of it. Instead of bumping into it accidentally, you can decide to grab it. Say this today, I want to hear a brand new thought. Just sit quietly for a moment. See what's around you. There's lots around you energetically. You can almost feel it. It's just like clouds. It's a certain thickness to it. So, how about that for today then? This is a wonderful advanced lesson for you. How about I'd like a new thought today? Wait to see what comes. Sometimes you can grab it if you get impatient for it to come to you, of course. Just grab it. You're very energized today. You're advancing. You're energizing. And some of you are getting it more quickly, joining in with the others and helping them advance. And that's good news for you and for them. So, grab a new thought today. They're all around you. Just reach out and grab one. There is much love here for you. Namaste. Wow! They never said we were advancing before. It seems to like, sometimes they dumb it down a little bit, like take it down so that we can understand it. But today they just were like, all right, you got it? We're going. You got it? We're going. That happens sometimes with private channeling that I do. Like they will ask you, like when they're talking, they're like, do you understand that? And if you do understand it and they know you do, they'll take it another level and they say, now do you understand that? And they go, yeah. And then you go, and if you say no, they just come back a little bit, explain it. So that's what they've been doing with this large group of energetic, I don't even know who you all are. And it might not even be today or this year. I don't even know because time is going everywhere. So anyways, that sounds like fun. I'll try to grab what you thought today too. Bye.